And welcome back to my Arvika journey. I am 3-0 at the moment. I've played against a green deck and I've played against the deck. And today I'm playing against the deck. So great diversity. But this is a shark tournament and people are bringing their best decks. So you need to expect the deck, at least when you're up at the top tables, which I am. Anyways, let's take a look at the decks. So let's take a quick look at the decks. Here's my counterburn deck. You've seen it a bunch of times. You can you can counter. You can pause the video if you want to look at it longer. Here is Will's the deck. A really beautiful black border with signatures and all that. So and that healing solve. That's nice in the sideboard. Good tech against the aggressive 12 bolt decks. But yeah, let's go to the match. Okay, round 3. It's me to the left and Will to the right. Here's my hand. Ooh, there's a time walk, time twister, orc, and a 2 mana, and a mulligan to 5. Okay, so that's a really good 5-card hand. I can do some broken shenanigans here. And I will have a great start. And now he has 4 mana already and 3 cards in his hand. So that's kind of a dilemma with just blasting out the time twister, because then I will refill his hand. So my hand would have been better if Will had a slower start. And look at that, a Black Lotus and a time walk. Okay, so that's why I was thinking so much, because I drew the Black Lotus. So my plan was to go for an early time twister since I'm going to 5, but as things have changed a bit, yeah, but that was my last card. So fair enough. I don't want him to untap and have 2 blue mana for a counterspell. Pass the turn, no more shenanigans. So at this point I'm kind of feeling like I'm back in the game. When you mulligan to 5, it's pretty bad, but now there's a time walk and a book and I'm tapped out, so we can really go off. Drawing with a book. So what can I do here? I got my trusty orc. There's a chaos orb. And in response to the activation, we'll cast disintegrate, or a disenchant. You know, I get so nervous when I'm going to flip those orbs on future matches like this. Often when they're disenchanted, it's like, oh, thank God. No, I don't need to flip. In the meantime, he's drawing with a book. Sword on my orc. So he's holding up 2 blue. Ooh, look at that volcanic island. I borrowed that from Thomas Nilsson. He won it in Ante 40k. So yeah, they're crazy playing with Swedish legal cards. And yeah, and there's the card. It is unlimited volcanic, so yeah, I only have 3 volcanics from unlimited and 1 from revised, and they're really pricey. It's like $1,500 or something. So yeah, I was really glad that I could borrow one. So now attacking for 4. Will have a factory of his own. I have a bolt. Do he have a counter spell? Yes, he does. So that's unfortunate. But when the deck player is drawing cards with his book and all that, I really need to put pressure on him and try to attack. If you're going to wait until you're 100% safe, there will probably be no attacks. Once again, drawing with a book. And I'm doing very little. Chain lightning to the face. He's down to 9. Now Will is also taking notes, so if the life total on the dice isn't completely updated, he has control in his papers. So here's an attack for 2. Just deploying lands. Huh, what's in my hand? I think there was a game against him that I flooded. Once again attacking. And I'm not doing anything. A strip mine on a factory. Drawing with his book. That's a mind twist. And 4 lands. Okay, yeah, so I was pretty flooded. What did he do with that regrowth? Did he cast it? Huh. He put the regrowth in his graveyard and he found the time walk and put it on top. There's a Sarah Angel and another land. Yeah, and I'm down to 5. And there's a recall and a time walk and regrowth and all that. Yeah. And so we are back in game 2. There's a Lotus, Mana Drain, Time Walk, Shatter, Bolt, but no creatures to attack with. But I guess I have to keep that hand. We both start out with Volcanic Islands. And there's the time walk. At least I have a factory that I can start attacking with. Attack for 2 and pass the turn. There was a Black Lotus in my hand. Ooh, a strip mine on my factory. So I'm thinking about casting something. What is it? It's the Lotus, and there's a Chaos Orb. So let's see if we'll play another land. Place another land. There's a land. There's a Chaos Orb. Another factory. So I'm activating my Chaos Orb, and now Will can respond, and I respond with a Shatter, and my Chaos Orb resolves, and since he's a bit mana screwed, I'm going for that scrub land to cut him off of white. Attack again, and you saw Will was writing it down, so he, on the dice he's still on 20, but yeah, he's writing it down, and we will update it when later, I think. Attack for 2, and I bolt his factory, and he have a red blast. I'm using my Lotus for to cast a mana drain, and that's a red blast. Ouch. So that was a really bad exchange for me. So I cast a Chain Lightning second main. I'm not sure if it was against him or his factory, but probably him then. Goes from a dib to a flying man. Yeah, so that exchange earlier with he having the blue elemental blast and red elemental blast, and that fight, that's pretty devastating. And there's the Mind Twist again, just for 1, taking out my Psionic Blast. His Mind Twist have signatures on it, so later that evening, since he Mind Twisted my entire hand, I got to sign his Mind Twist. So now his Mind Twist has my name on it as well. There's a Chain Lightning, just blasting away. It's down to 7, and there's a Zera. No. And a Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and he have a counter spell. Okay, that could really have turned the game here. Ah, if only that wheel could have resolved. I don't know what happened there. Okay, he allows me a take back. Huh. That's nice of him. And he attacks. Demonic. Counterspell. Counterspell. And is that a Time Walk? A bolt? Okay, yeah, 3 life as a bolt. GG. Yep, and Will lived up to his reputation and beat me 2-0. So that sucks. Yeah, I think I floated out pretty badly in game 1, and game 2 was also a bit slow and underwhelming. These counterburn decks, they can be really explosive and just win really fast, or it can be those hands without that many creatures and just gonna try to play control against a better control deck. So yeah, and he was very good with his timing of his blue and red elemental blast, and saving that last counter spell for my top deck wheel late game. That was a game winner. I think I could have turned it from there. So yeah, good sequencing, good plays, and yeah, off to the next one. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and write me a message. I love those. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.